beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel, Becoming Susan. This is the spot where we talk about how I went from bedbound to completely healthy, happy, confident, and even wealthy through the use of particular mindfulness practices. Today, we're going to be talking about, bro, get off your phone. So where did this begin? As you've seen in other videos, I was bedbound, and what do you do when you're in bed? You're on your phone. And one day my loving husband came up to the bedroom and he said, Susan, I think it's time that you put down your phone. You seem to be putting all of your effort into being on your phone and watching things on your phone. And I was pretty defensive, but I knew that there was something to that. And so that was one of the steps that I took on my journey to becoming completely healthy, successful, and even wealthy, is I put down my phone. And I'm going to be talking about the whys and the wins and a little bit of tips at the end of how to basically put your phone down and begin living life. Number one, bro, get off your phone. Stop watching negative news. Yes, this was so instrumental in my health, in my healing, and in my overall success. The thing is we become what we think. Yes, we become what we think. And so after learning that, I knew I needed to fill my mind with positivity. I knew I needed to cut myself off from things that I had absolutely no control over. See, the thing is you are filled with so much power. You have so much power within you, and you do have the choice to decide what's in your control and what's outside of your control. I love this quote from Marcus Aurelius. It says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find your strength." I just love that so much. And yes, I decided to stop watching the news. I've even heard people say, well, you need to be informed. Actually, no, I don't. I get to choose what I fill my mind with, and I choose positivity. I choose to think about the great things that are happening in this world. Number two, bro, get off your phone. Spend more time doing versus learning. This is something that I had to learn for myself. Wow, YouTube is such a wealth of information. I absolutely love this platform. The thing is I found that sometimes if I was learning a new practice, if I was learning how to do something, I would do a lot of learning on YouTube and didn't take a lot of action. So I set a goal for myself. I said, okay, if I'm going to do something new or try on something different, I'm going to learn about it about 30%, but take action 70%. And boy, this had a huge impact on my life. So to this day, I really try to think of that 30% to 70% ratio. And I want you to try that on as well. So if you're wanting to learn how to DJ, if you're learning about health practices, if you're learning about how to be a musician, think about how much learning are you doing versus doing, and spend more of your time doing. So give it a go and let me know in the comments how you do with that. The third, bro, get off your phone, has been during meal times. I decided as a mother and as a wife that I would set the expectation for myself and my family that we would stay off our phones and all technology during mealtime. And wow, this has so improved the relationships between all of us and our family. All right, the last, bro, get off your phone, please, during the first hour of your day and the last hour before you go to sleep. Man, when I did this, it completely and utterly transformed my life because I replaced phone time with other really meaningful and helpful practices. So I like to call this time my selfish time. Now, The word selfish has gotten a really bad rap, but I really do love that word because being selfish during this time means that I'm not spending my time watching other people accomplish their goals online. I'm not watching news that's across the world where I have absolutely no control over it. And last, I'm not watching stupid people doing stupid things and filling my mind with things that I don't want in there. So I call this my selfish time. These are the two most important hours of the day, in my opinion. So what do you do instead? The things that I have done is I have created a beautiful morning routine and a beautiful and amazing evening routine where I do things that have set me up for total and utter success. For example, in other videos, I've mentioned that I meditate and do visualizations and affirmations every single morning. There's other things that I do in my morning which start my day off to such an amazing, great day. So for example, I like to burn candles in the morning. I love to make breakfast for my family every single morning, and I serve breakfast on china that's beautiful, and I like to have fresh cut flowers while we're eating that breakfast. So I really did realize that I can make my world anything that I want it to be. And I'm so glad that I said no and I said stop being on the phone to myself, because I don't think I would have discovered all of these amazing things. Now, the end of the day is just as important. I kind of think of this time as the time where I say to my future self, hey, I'm going to do some things tonight that will help you, future self, to ensure that you have a great day. So I do these wonderful things at night as well, where I will write in a gratitude journal. I'll just write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that day. I will set up my coffee the night before. I'll get the cup out. I'll get all the materials out that I need so that in the morning, all I have to do is press the button, and it's just so satisfying. I love that so much. So there's things that I do at night that set up my future self to total and utter success. So yes, I do think that we should be staying off our phones for that first and last hour of every day. They are the most precious hours that we have in the day. So here are some helpful tips to help you pull away from the phone. It's actually a lot more simple than you think. What's maybe happened is that your brain has associated the phone with a particular time, place, or action. And if you're aware of that, then that's where your power comes in. You can then break the pattern. So, for example, my brain had associated the bed with the phone. So every time I woke up in bed, my brain knew to pick up the phone and begin scrolling and watching the news and other various items. So when I became aware of that pattern, I knew that the first step I needed to take was to just get my phone out of the bedroom while I was sleeping. And so my brain slowly began to learn that it could no longer associate the bed with scrolling on my phone. So what are those places for you? Is it a couch? Is it a particular time in the day? Maybe you scroll on your phone every day around 4 o'clock. No worries. Your brain has just associated that time with what it's supposed to do. And all you have to do is be aware of that, and then you can break the pattern.